Hey Divas, I'm back and this is my face of the day. It looks like this. To create this eye look, I used three different palettes. I used the Naked palette from Urban Decay for the brow bone highlight. The purple colors that you see all over the lid is done with my Coastal Scents Smoky palette. And for the bottom and the inner tear duct, the bottom lash line, I used my Profusion Shimmer palette for those glitter colors. Now, I did attempt to film a tutorial on this look, but I did it in natural lighting as opposed to the lighting that I'm standing into right now. So the filming is going to be a little bit darker than what you see here. I just wanted to change the light so you can get an idea of exactly what this eye look looks like. And for my lips, I am wearing the Ruby Kisses Purple Affair, and I put a little bit of the MAC Heroine on top. And it looks like this. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, just keep on watching and I'll catch up with you dolls later. Mwah. Bye. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I wanted to show you guys what my eye looks barefaced, and that's just my eye. It's just simply primed with Black Radiance Eye Primer. The other eye is done, of course, and I'm going to show you guys how to get the look because that eye is not looking good. So we're going to get started with our Milky NYX Jumbo Pencil. Please forgive my fingernails inside of the filming, but you guys will be able to see how I achieve this look. And right now I'm just packing this on to the mobile lid. I'm not going up as high as my crease area. You want to make sure you blend it out so you don't have any chunks of color in certain places on your eyelids. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with a color close to my flesh tone, which is the True Match Pressed Powder in Cappuccino, and I'm going to put that all in my crease area as a transition color. I am using a RC Cosmetics brush just to blend that color into my crease color. Crease area, should I say. You want to blend this slowly because you kind of can build up color with that pressed powder if you're not careful. So use a light hand for this portion of the eye look. I'm bringing it in towards my nose just to give a little contour on my eye socket. So next we're going to go into our Smoky palette by Coastal Scents. It's the 36 colors, and I'm going to choose just a light purple color to use as my first third of the color on my eyelid. Now I'm using a Coastal Scents flat brush just to apply the color. I am patting it on and slowly sweeping it a little bit towards the second third of my eye. And you can build up the color as much as you want here. I wanted this to be more of an iridescent looking purple, so I'm not building it up too much. Looks pretty good. Next, I'm going to go in with another purple color, which is just a shade darker than the first color that I put down. And I'm simply just blending and patting it in directly on the second third portion of my eye. And dragging it a little bit towards the outer V. Now I am using a darker purple towards the outer V and just blending it up towards my crease area. I'm using a flat brush to start, and then I'm going to grab my blending brush just to blend it all in. Going back in over the other colors just to blend backwards. You want to give the eye a gradient effect so it doesn't just look like 3 cubes of color. So I'm kind of just blending each color into each other. Starting with that middle shade into the lighter shade, and then the middle shade into the darker shade, and then pulling it backwards. As you guys can see, I am getting that darker purple on my outer V on an angle, going up towards the crease line. A little bit more blending. And I just want to deepen that outer V with a little bit more purple, so I went back in with some more of the darker purple. Next, I'm going to use my MAC blush in Raisin to put just above the dark purple that I just placed in the outer V to create a transition between those two colors. And I'm just lightly brushing that color in with the same brush. And this is a Beauty of Essence brush that I'm using. It's just a pointed blending brush. As you can see, that redder shade towards the outer V. I'm just going back in with the flat brush to put a little bit more of that darker purple in case that Raisin MAC blush went over any of my darker purple shade. And blending it out. Next, I'm taking a little bit of black from the same Coastal Scents Smoky palette just to give this a more defined look towards the outer V. And I'm blending that up towards my crease color as well. And as you can see, it created a little bit of definition in that eye color. Forgive me, I'm talking. I probably am asking my wife something. I have no idea. So yeah, go back in with that black and just get it into that crease to just give that eye look a little bit of a smokier effect. Next, I'm going back in with the Milky Jumbo White by NYX, and I'm putting that all on my waterline so that way I can place a little pop of color on my bottom lash line as well. And I want that color to appear a little bit more vibrant, so that's why I'm using the Milky White. You want to be careful doing this. If you have sensitive eyes, your eyes may tear while putting the Milky in the waterline. And if it doesn't work with using shadow on top of the Milky base, then you can just use a colored pencil. I prefer to use shadow because the pencils run on me. So for the bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with a blue color out of the Smoky palette by Coastal Scents, and I'm going to put that all in my waterline. I'm sweeping the color both inside of the waterline and on the bottom lash line as well. And I'm just smudging it out. Right now it may appear much lighter than the other eye, but that's because I have to go back in with some purple and put that underneath the blue. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm just adding a little bit of purple towards the tail end of the bottom lash line. and smudging that towards the inner portion of my bottom lash line. Now I'm taking just a smidget of black so that I don't look so ghostly on the bottom lash line, and I'm adding a little bit of black. Now we want to get the inner tear duct, and I'm going to pop a little bit of that white base in the inner tear duct so I can add a little bit of color there to highlight my inner portion of my eye. And the color I decided to use was a pink eyeshadow, and I just put that in the inner tear duct. My eyes still looked a little bit dark to me, so I wanted to give it just one last pop of color. So I am going to go in right after this with my Profusion Shimmer palette. I'm going to take this glitter right here, which is in pink, and just place that color right there in my inner tear duct on top of the pink we just put down. So you see that? It gave it a little bit of a pop right there in the inner tear duct. So let me add a little bit more to the other eye. I'm going to go ahead and put my brow bone highlight color on, and that's going to come out of my Urban Decay Naked palette. I'm going to use two colors. I'm going to use the color Buck and the color Naked. So I'm just using a fluffier eyeshadow brush to place that color at the highest point of my brow bone there. Blending it a little bit towards the inner part of the eyebrow. And then I'm going to place the lighter brow bone color right towards the tail end, just to make it look like my brows are popping, ladies. Okay, so now I have to go ahead and put on my liner and actually my lashes, and I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more of that transition color, and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and put on my liner and my lashes, and as you girls can see, because I'm using no light to film this tutorial whatsoever but the window, the light has shifted a great deal. So what I'm going to do is lastly put on a little bit of blue shimmer from that same palette on my bottom lash line just to finish this look. And like I said, the lighting is terrible, so I'm going to go into some better light and show you girls what this face looks like. One moment. So minus the light mishap, this is the end result, you guys. As soon as I get my lighting put together, I will be giving you guys some more tutorials with some easy looks, some more difficult looks, some beginner-friendly looks, and any type of looks you pretty much want to see that I do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll chat with you all soon. Definitely stay tuned for pictures. Bye.